Okay, 8th grade science, we're going to do our experiment for this first section. This first one is going to be the hot. This glass right here has room temperature water. This glass has hot water. I'm going to put 1 drop of food coloring in, and you need to say what happens immediately, and then after 1 minute and 2 minutes. And I'll tell you when 1 and 2 minutes are over. All right, so there's food coloring in the hot and food coloring in the room temperature. Say exactly what happens immediately and draw a picture. And then we're going to see what happens after 1 minute. I'll tell you when 1 minute is up, so that you can see if you want to do this experiment at home yourself, you can. In your science journal, there's only places to talk about one of these experiments, either the hot or the cold. If we would be doing this in school, half of you would be doing hot and half of you would be doing cold. So you only have to write up the paragraph. You have to write a paragraph at the end. You only have to write 1 paragraph. You can choose the hot or the cold. That's up to you. But I want you to see both of them so that you see what happens. All right, we're coming up here on 1 minute. There's 1 minute. Now you need to draw this to say, what does it look like at 1 minute? Do they look different? Mm-hmm. Okay. They look different from each other. Remember, this is the hot, this is room temperature. Okay, then we're going to look to see what happens after 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, you can draw what it looks like, and then we will do the ice water to see how hot compares to room temperature and how ice compares to room temperature. All right, we've got about 20 more seconds. So we get to 2 minutes. Do they look the same yet? Or do they look different? And there is 2 minutes. So that is what you need to draw for the end of your 2 minutes. All right, let me get out my ice water. We'll move our hot and our room temperature. Here's a new room temperature. And here is ice water. Okay, I took the ice out, so it's just cold. All right, you ready? Let me get my stopwatch ready. Here we go, we're starting. There's the cold, or I did 2 drops, so I'll do 2 in there. And there's the room temperature. Cold and room temperature immediately, and then I'll tell you after 1 minute. So you can see what happens after 1 minute. It's kind of cool looking. All right, we got 30 seconds. So let's see what happens after 1 minute. And so you need to draw a picture and write your observations of what happens at 0 minutes, immediately when the food coloring goes in. And then what happens at 1 minute, what it looks like. Draw pictures and say words. Write it with words. Okay, here's 1 minute right here. So you can write what it looks like after 1 minute. And then after 2 minutes, draw a picture of each one and say with words what your observations are. Then you need to write a paragraph that describes the result of your experiment using certain vocabulary words like water molecules and kinetic energy and temperature, and you will be able to know how to use those words by looking at the notes. All right, so let's see. We got about 15 more seconds and we're at the end of minute 2. So like I said, you can do this experiment at home if you would rather. It's kind of fun. You just need water and, okay, there's minute 2 right there. That's the end of minute 2. Cold ice water, room temperature water. Okay, turn it off.